My bestie said, you know, Melissa, when you're angry, it's like being yelled at by Mr. Rogers. Hello and welcome to my sewing room. My name is Melissa. I am so happy that you are here. Please pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea if you would rather. Make yourself comfortable and let's chat for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to start today out with a rant. In my Facebook feed this week, I was sent a link. I was given in my feed this little itty-bitty, teensy-weensy, itsy-bitsy, tiny reproduction die-cast metal sewing machine. Sparked my interest because A, it's adorable. And B, it does not exist. Knowing what I know about sewing machines, these kind of machines do not do embroidery. They go forwards and backwards. So anyway, out of morbid curiosity, I went to the YouTube page where I saw dozens of these little machines in different colors and different sizes and becoming increasingly smaller and more adorable as you go on. And then I thought, you know what? After looking at all of these comments that say, oh my gosh, I love this machine, how can I buy it, where do I buy it? They had a link to their Shopify store where they had one sewing machine for sale, and it is this plastic piece of plastic. Now, I am not saying that there's anything nefarious going on because it looks like if you do buy this machine that you will actually receive this machine. But to show you one machine on YouTube and then bring you to a page that has a completely different thing that is not as cool and not as cute just feels like a bait and switch to me. And will you look at the price on this? For this 10-inch miniature, it is still small. It is still a small machine, but it's not like this itsy-bitsy little thing that they show you. No, it's 10 inches. So, anyway, look at the price. No. So, in glancing at the description, as a sewist, this machine is lacking some features that I personally look for. And one of them is I personally like to control my stitch length and not have that as a preset. And I also like to be able to control my zigzag width and not have that as a preset. But the biggest thing that it is missing to me is that it does not have the ability to change the amount of pressure that the presser foot is putting down. And as you work with different fabrics, that becomes increasingly important. Another thing that, like if you look here, the bobbin and the top thread is switched in the description. And then you come to this picture where it is a mother and daughter sewing. And there's just all kinds of things wrong with this picture. All kinds of things. Just take a moment and look at this. Okay, so for one thing, it says great for beginners, and clearly a beginner project is to make a pair of jeans and have them come out looking like factory? What? Really? That is so not a beginner project. And look at how that pair of jeans is fed into the machine. Why would this mother-daughter, why would they sew the waistband shut after making a pair of jeans? And because it's implied that, look, we made a pair of jeans on this machine, right? You know, like, why would they sew the waistband shut when they were done? Ah! It's so wrong. And then the other glaringly, just sickeningly wrong thing that's happening with this picture is that the machine is pointing outwards. It's away from the people who are sewing. Never have I known anyone to ever sew from the back of the machine, sucking the fabric in towards them. I mean, it just sounds wrong. Ah! This thing pissed me off. It just made me so mad. My bestie said, you know, Melissa, When you're angry, it's like being yelled at by Mr. Rogers. Oh, goodness. So, anyway, it just really made, like, it's just wrong. The AI-generated image, the AI-generated video, and then the machine that they're bait and switching, which is what it feels like to me. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm saying it's what it feels like. And then to have a machine that's not as cool. And then, anyway. So I think I've made my point. I hope I have. And I will say Facebook algorithm. You know, I don't really do social media very much. I do check my Facebook, you know, maybe once a day. And occasionally I find myself doom scrolling, and then I tell myself, stop it. You know, Melissa, stop doom scrolling. But I don't spend a lot of time on social media, and it's really a good way to stay connected to people. But yeah, I really don't do much on social media. And I will tell you, Facebook, if you are listening to this, stop giving me AI-generated videos, stop giving me AI-generated images, stop giving me AI-generated patterns, because I block the page. So I hope that someday the algorithm will learn, but it hasn't seemed to help. So anyway, moving forward, let's talk about positive things. This week, a couple of things were passed on to me that I'm very excited about. I'm going to share with you. I think the one I'm most excited about is this ruler. It's like a T-square ruler. And honestly, I really don't need this T part, so I'm probably going to take this off. What I'm most excited about is there are times where I could use a longer ruler than a 6x24. And this is like, looks like it's about 3 inches wide, but it's like 34 inches long. So I do have times, especially making aprons, where I'm like, my 6x24 is not long enough. So I am very excited to get a very long ruler. So very, very excited about this. And then they did, speaking of 6x24, they passed on another 6x24 to me. I have a couple of these, but I use them and use them. And this is not this is not going to be my precision one, but I have some that are more precision than others. Some that are like that I use that are really precise. And this one, some that I just want to be able to make a straight edge and not wear my nice one out. And then the other thing I got that I'm very excited about is I've never used one of these. They've just never appealed to me. It seemed, I don't know, it just hasn't appealed to me, and I haven't bought one. I haven't come across one. And it's like a Stripology ruler. It's a different brand. It's June Taylor's equivalent of a Stripology ruler, but it's one of these rulers that has the slots in them. And half-inch increments. Sorry about the glare. But half-inch increments, and then you put your rotary cutter in, and I'm going to give it a try. I'll let you know what I think of it. But yeah, I've been pretty bare bones with rulers. I'm not one who has to have the latest, fanciest, danciest rulers. But in fact, my favorite thing this week is as bare boned as it gets. A favorite thing is safety pins, because they're endlessly useful. The Kool-Aid tin of safety pins. What I'm working on this week. Projects I'm working on, I will share with you. I have made some progress on the hat for my husband. This is turning out really well, and you move this thread and you can see the wave and twist pattern is coming out beautifully. I'm using a combination of both cables and twist stitches. And after this is tested, I will send you the link to my Ravelry page, and I will be sharing this pattern for free. And I'll have it in a couple of different sizes as well. But I want to finish the pattern first before I put it out. And this shooting star quilt. I have a tutorial on how to make this whole thing from beginning to end, and we are getting very, very close to the end. I posted 2 videos last week, one on finishing the border, completing the border blocks, and then the top was done, and then the next video was on pinning the top to the back, which is a video in and of itself. So all of the free motion quilting is done, so be on the lookout for the free motion quilting video. And if I get it done in time this week, I'm also planning on releasing a video on trimming the quilt down and binding. So I do binding by machine. I will be making my own binding, attaching it, and then it will be done. But first, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I am so happy with how the free motion quilting turned out. I don't know if you can see it, but it turned out just beautifully. And the back turned out really well too. No puckers. Yeah, so just really, really happy with how this whole thing turned out. It's so cuddly, so warm. Very, very, very happy with how the free motion quilting turned out. I'm almost done with this. And then, last week I made a poll, because I'm always thinking, like, I wrap up a project and I have my next project on the radar. I put a poll, because I want to get my UFOs done, start getting UFOs done. And I asked you guys your opinion on whether I should do the animal panel quilt, or if I should do the Starry Night, or if I should do the black, white, and red. And resoundingly, the animal panel quilt won. And I guess I'd like to thank you for that, because honestly, that's the oldest one of the 3. And I've been kind of like, oh, get to that next one, later. It's also the most challenging, because I have all these different block sizes that I'm going to be working together into one quilt. So anyway, I just thank you for the encouragement to get that one done. I want to get that monkey off my back, and then the other UFOs I can finish a lot faster. So that one's going to take some time. I'm starting on that this week, and I'll share with you every step of the way from where I am at with this UFO and what I am going to be doing to finish it. And last thing is I like doing giveaways, because I'm like that. And so if you are watching here, I would just like to say that the first person who puts let's do a safety pin and a blue heart into the comments, and then also please email me. My email is in the description. I would like to pass on lower 48 US states. First person, safety pin, blue heart. Ready? I'm going to pass on one of my quilted heart ornaments. Isn't that fun? So this is one of the things I do with my scraps, because you end up with scraps, and I like using up all of the little itty bits and pieces. So just as a thank you for watching and supporting me by subscribing and watching, I would just like to say thank you and pass on a heart. So I'm just going to periodically throw these out, and this is this one. And as you have made it to the end, I would just like to take a moment and say thank you for joining me. Thank you. I wish you light and love, peace, abundance, joy, prosperity, blessings, all of the good things. And please come back next Monday and we'll hang out again. Like and subscribe, because it is fun and you are awesome. And until next week, goodbye.